Hey fam, it's Lex. I'm warning you right now, I'm in a bad mood. um, Yesterday, the issue of Vanity Fair came out with Caitlyn Jenner on the front. And I did a video, I don't know, like a month and a half ago, when then Bruce Jenner did the special. You know, we gotta figure this thing out, man. Not just for people who are not trans, but for our trans community. I am so sick of people saying that Caitlyn has it easier. Do you know how hard this journey is? Do you have any idea how hard it is? Okay, fine. She can afford the surgeries and she can transition and whatever. Fine, great. She's not the first one, by the way. We have a history in our community of people going stealth. People that you would never even know because they've chosen to opt out of that community. You know who didn't have that opportunity? Is Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner, not only is Caitlyn Jenner having to find her own authentic voice, she's having to do it in front of millions of people while she's doing it. Can you imagine in the most vulnerable time in your life having to do that in front of millions and millions and millions of people? Can you even imagine the kind of nastiness that she has gotten back on a scale that is unimaginable to anyone else? Anyone, anywhere. Even somebody like a Laverne Cox, let's say, who has a great deal of mainstream notoriety because of the Time cover and a number of other things like Orange is the New Black. Not even close to the scale that Caitlyn Jenner is working on. This journey is not easy for anyone. You have no idea what it takes every single morning when you wake up to look at yourself in the mirror to reinforce the identity that you have built for yourself from scratch just so that you can walk out the door and face a world that would bash you over the head if it had the chance. Can you imagine going about your morning, opening the newspaper, and seeing your own picture there with somebody mocking you? No, you can't. Caitlyn Jenner can. Maybe it's easier because she has access to the resources. You know what? She's not the first one. A lot of folks have had the access to the resources. You want to know what it's like? You want to know what it's like to have to live your life as the dude on the Wheaties box? Have to live your life with that legacy of masculinity, with that legacy of being one of the most talented athletes on the planet, and still feel that inside, still feel this feminine soul that you're squashing down every single minute of every single day? You can't let that person out, and then you have to wait, 40 years before you're allowed to finally be yourself? You think that is easy? Are you crazy? And if you're not a trans person, you have no idea how hard this world is to live in. It's easy to ridicule because you don't understand, or it's easy to make fun of because you can say, oh, well, it doesn't make sense. You're still not a guy. You're still not a woman. Do you have any idea what it takes to get out of bed? What it takes to get out of bed and to look at yourself in the mirror and say, yes, I am a self-made man in every meaning of the word. Because I'm the one who has to look at myself in the mirror, who has to reinforce for myself that I have a valid place in this world. And if I didn't have the strength of character or the strength of soul to do that, I don't blame anybody who chooses to take themselves out. Because it is hard. It is so incredibly painful, and you don't know that there's a place for you in this world. When I was growing up, I'm 32, so I'm coming up in a different world than other people. Than other generations of trans folks who had significantly less freedom than I do. But when I was growing up, I wanted to be a boy so desperately that the level of anxiety, depression, pain, angst, frustration, sadness, despair, the depth of despair that I felt when I was 13 years old, is, it's not possible to articulate what that feels like when your own body betrays you in that way. And then you think, if only there was a magic pill I could take that would make me a boy today, everything would be set, everything would be great. And you realize it can't happen, and you do your best to get over it, you do your best to live with that pain, and you move on with your life. And then when I was like 20 something, and I learned that there was such a thing as transition, and you could transition, you could take testosterone, you could do this, you could do that, I thought, holy crap, here's the magic pill I've been waiting for. And you know what you find when you start? There's no magic pill. There's no fixing this. This is something I have to live with for the rest of my life. You think this is easy? And then you try and do it in front of millions of people. Does she have access to certain privileges? Yes, absolutely. You know what? All of us living in the United States have access to certain privileges. Are there some more than others? Yes, absolutely. No question. No question. But don't go diminishing her experience, because every day she's had to wake up with the same kind of pain I have. And you try to put your life together in such a way that you can still wake up, you can still love yourself, you can still tell yourself that there's a place for you in the world, and that somebody at the end of the day is going to love you, and that, God damn it, you deserve to be alive just as much as anybody else. You think it's easy. You wake up, you look at yourself every single day in the mirror, and you have the courage to reach through all of all these archetypes of masculinity, of femininity. You reach through the historical pain and nastiness. You reach through all of that shit, and you find somewhere inside of you the strength to say, yes, I am, yes, I will, and yes, I can. And then you come and tell me how easy it is. Caitlyn, wherever you are, I see you, I respect you, and I hope you put some folks around you who can help to give you the language, who can help to give you the understanding of what it is like for us on the ground. And then I hope you kill it. I hope you just level the world and make it your own. It's not easy. It's not easy for anybody. But it is a life worth living.